Okay, now yesterday we talked about the concept of days and how important it is to realize that every day has to be fulfilled. There's something to be done. You'll look at it again in a little different way, maybe. Let me see if I got the right place. I think I got the wrong place. That was the wrong place. It's number Vov on page Tes. It'll be page Tes. There it is, way up there. Okay, we'll move it down. So he said, okay, so from Yamin Haomer. So therefore we come and we count the days for the Omer. Haomer hu bechinas tikun b'ham takos kol hatzimtzumim. This is part of his idea. This is that the pathway of the light needs a tikkun. Bechinas tikun b'ham takos kol hatzimtzumim v'hagdarim shal hamochim, the limits of the mochim, the boundaries of the mochim, kadei lekabel hamochim b'chadrogo, the midas, so that we should get the mochim in the proper way. V'shelo lita and yenika chaz v'shelo the sitra akra yosef b'dai, so that the other side will take some of that. We're down, way down low. But he said, but more than they need from these different contractions, because I guess like if you took of a big light and you said, like, well, I'm going to squeeze it down this tube, some of the light won't get into the tube. So what happens to that light? Maybe that's what he means, Yosef B'dai, that they're going to take some of this. The other side is going to take some of this. So that they should just have whatever it has to be, but no more than they could turn the truth around. So therefore we come and we start counting days, the days of the Omer. Kol yom v'yom, every single day. Yesh b'chachma v'seichel miyuchad shezeh ikar or yom. So this is the idea, is that each and every day has a particular, well, he says particular, yesh bo seichel miyuchad, a particular seichel. Shezeh v'ikar or yom or hashemesh v'chaseichel, which is the great part of the concept of light over here. So he said, Kamoshe b'vura b'chater b'chanal. Became b'maiser shel yom hashlishi shekol yom v'yom bo im shirin v'chidos, and different kinds of, I guess, chidos or riddles, or I'm not sure exactly what it is, or mysteries. I'm not sure what that means. Every day comes with its own music, let's say like this, and its own problems. And inside of those things that need to be understood are created all of the chachmas of the world. Ayin Sham, Heiti V'Tavin, Shekol HaChachma Shebe'olam, Klulna B'chayamim. And he says, in the days themselves, all the chachmas of the world can be found in the days themselves. Yor Yom Hu HaSeichel, because the light of day is the Seichel. So this is, we're saying like this is the situation where the Chochmah is greater than the foolishness. Just like you have more light than you have darkness. But that's the whole thing. Is that every day starts out dark. Or if you want to look at it, that's what it is. What is it? It's the light, it's the lack of das, of actually really ability to be able to reach to a higher place, which is the concept of contracting the mochim. Which has control of the light. The light has no light of its own. It needs light. It really comes specifically, the real tikkun of the Kabbalas HaMochin actually has to come through the moon. That's the place of emptiness, the place of darkness. But what happens is that because of our behavior, which is the begam, which causes the levona. I had to think through this a little bit. For me, begin as a levona. We know that the levona, the hismatus of the levona and its shrinking is in order to be able to reach into the dark places, so to speak, as the malchus goes down into bria. So he said, "Yedei zera v'nimshel v'chasitra akra yanika chas v'shola b'sham b'bechilas tzimtzum now." Because that contraction, he wants to say like this, is that the fact that she has to go down there is really showing you, this is my interpretation, showing you the power of the Sitra Achra could be able to be now feed off of all the things that are lacking in the moon. Ki misham ikar yedikasa, because that's in that darkness and that moon in the particular, that's where they really get their strength. The misham ikar achizas malchus b'shor shulchus achamas mitzrayim. Ki ikar yedikasa mipgam malchus the kedusha shul b'chidah pagam at tzimtzum anal, which understand the pagam as the light is coming down from the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, or the true light, the light that we want to reach, is as a pagam in the channels, which is the concept of shrinking the moon. That's a metaphor in another way. And then that's where all of the different flaws, the begamim, the lesion, sheba'olam, come from. Eine Shirotza the Balvera v'Chasadat for the Hachshis as Or HaEmes, Shuhu Or HaSeichel HaChochma Mitis, which is the true Chochma. HaMeir B'Kol, which is here every single day, B'Kol Yom V'Yom Shuhu Iker or Yom. U'Mezechat Nimshachim Kol HaBilbulim v'Chabaniyat v'Chaykuvim Sheb'Kol Yom V'Yom. This is where the darkness, we somehow in the midst of the light, the darkness is there at the same time. The question is which is going to grow. So he says that you have to find the seichel that's in the day, because the day is surrounded by darkness. It's just the way that it is. You don't want to pay attention. It's just like he wants to go to sleep during that time. And so therefore it won't be counted, or it's just like it's not there. And as if it's not possible to find a way to serve Hashem. But the truth is like this, Bavadai. He says, Bavadai, Hishtadchus his pashtus asitra akvacha klipa shebekol yom v'yom b'vadai kosher ma'od la'asok b'avodas Hashem. The truth is that the darkness is there, and it makes it very difficult for you to serve Hashem properly. But proper tefillah shesham boim kol ha'bilbulim sheba'olam, and specifically when you come to pray to Hashem, then all the confusion in the world comes to you. V'atzrikin leider she'af al pikei. Zecha Yom Hu Yom that is the day. V'ola b'cheshbon b'vada yesh bo tov v'roa shechachoshech mechazer beloved. There is tov there, but I said the tov there is tov. Rak shechachoshech mechazer love ki haklipa kodemis the pri. Utzrichen his gaver of the hishtadel the shavach haklipa shehem klau kol hamaniyas v'chabilbulim v'chatoyos v'chadechiyos. All the pressure that we feel in our life, that specifically on a day like this, so through this is very difficult. It's to find Hashem in the midst of the chaos of your life, or the difficulties of your life, the darkness of your life, he's saying. But if you seek him, so he wants to say that each and every specific day. So today what we're talking about, the second day, is the Gevurah of Hod, or the Hod Gevurah. Whatever those ideas are, whatever is going on, there's a channel in there to be able to find your way to the light. Ki lis yom the lis batov. Kamosha isach b'kodesh amuva, as he said later on, v'zecha d'shonu. Tochazi, come and see. Kol shis yemei bereshis, all the 6 days of the week. Lo sishkach yom the lis batov, there is no day that doesn't have goodness in it. V'kol yoma is the chabigad, there's a limit b'levar on the outside. The lo yeo kol bar nash the hachu tov kagon choshech v'kasya l'nahara. So he says it's there, but it's bounded. It's bounded by this darkness that's around it, and so that the choshech, the kasa, the nahara, there is darkness that surrounds the light. Al kain srichim leida. You have to know this. Shema shenidba la'adam ke'idach hayom I asher lo l'chispala b'kavana l'lmod v'la'asos b'avodas Hashem. Zeh nimshach rak b'chachoshech shekadin la'or, because that's the outside of it, the places that can't come in. Shenimshach mifnin hatzimsa, because it's coming out for the fact that the light, for you to get the light, has to be contracted, he's saying. It has to go through attraction. Nimshach rak mechachoshech shekadin la'or, shenimshach mipagam hatzimsum, there's a pagam in the tzimsum. So that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to, as we're saying Gevur Shabahod, or Hod Shabagavura, we're trying to say that here, there's a pagam over there. We want to say it out loud and bring the light in. Shebishan Nimshach Hagada, the limit Melavar, that's on the outside, limit Sheyesh Alatov Shabachol Yom, that is a limit on it, that you will find it surrounded, Kamavur Bezoria now. Misham b'bol kol l'toyas v'chatechiyus shall call other shebakol yom shenidba lo ke'ilu hayom azecha v'eino klum ki'ilu einecha b'becha chayav. It's not going to want the day. He doesn't want that day. Ki'ilu hayom I esher dehiskarv l'Hashem yisbarach lo, as if, and because of the problems in that day, you'll never find the Shem. They don't really look at what they're doing and what's going on in their lives. Something happens, something's going on, or the opposite, that something happens and he misses it. Or, God forbid, something happens, it's bad. I said that already. He said, Shalom, Sha'az Hayom is Balbel Atzlo Lagamre Ad Shirov Yemechem Kalim Bezer Lahevel the Rig, the Rahman of the Tzlon. Kagon B'Yom Zera B'Chu Yard V'Yom Iyar, you read. So let's say that today is a big market day. V'Yom B'Shuka. V'Yom Zera B'Tzarek Lachshov Cheshbonoisav, so he has to start counting his money or figuring out his goods. So he's wandering around, so he finally gets to his place, and he has to pick up the burden that he's got with him, from the wagon, and then he gets to get all of his merchandise together, and then divide it up. He said, so that particular day, he gets in a fight with somebody. Let me see. So when he goes, sits down to eat, all times different kinds of things come on to him. So all the things he has to do and get things together, and he's bumping against other people, and it's difficult, and he becomes completely confused. But let's say other days where he doesn't have really bad circumstances. He said, came al pi harov, so it seems like it's like nothing to him. Because this is because around this person there is a boundary. There is, I'll call Yom Kanal, that is running each day. Which is this boundary is really coming, like he can't get out, like it's trapped. So I think maybe that's what he means. That really comes, the boundary really comes from the darkness, Shekadim, the orb, which is really, there is a place you could get past that. I get what he's saying. Because it's a pagam, in the way that the light is coming at you, there's always a problem there. Which is the idea of making a tikkun, and the fact that the levana does not have the proper light coming to it as it's supposed to. So therefore we count the Omer specifically, the days, we mentioned the days each day. Because that's what the Omer is. The Omer is that you're bringing light into that particular day, Hod Shabagavur, Gavur Shabahod. Bechinas tikkun miut al-levana, which is the concept of making a tikkun in that limitation that happened in the moon. This is a way to devato them, Shehu Bechinas Hagader Sheyesh Al Kol Yom V'Yom, which understand the Sitra Achma is the boundary or the limitations that every day has, because it's always surrounded by dark verse. V'Yom She'al Yedei Zecha V'Zochin Leida Ha'emes Sheb'Kol Yom Yom V'Yom Yesh Bo Tov. So there is good in the world. You can find it every day, even, you're in the worst circumstances. It's Tzricha De'Shtadel Yizkar B'Zecha B'Yom Daikel Hashem Yisborach, to use that day to find Hashem Yisborach. Could be Osach HaYom, a particular day what we're talking about here, Gevur Shebahod. He called the Yomim Menuim V'Sipurim, all the days are counted, all the days are enumerated. Shezecha B'Chinas Mitzvah Sefirat Haomer Kernel. That tells you the whole background of Sefirat Haomer. That's it today. Kol Tov.